with Nintendo Switch 2 coming out in about 5 days from when I'm recording this, I wanted to talk about some games I'd like to see come to the console. Whether they're likely or unlikely, I don't really care. I just wanted to some games, like my dream lineup of games, I guess. Starting off with the game I probably would most like to see on the console. If you don't know, I'm a Pokemon fan. Probably could have told that. I'd like to see Pokemon remaster the first 3 games. I would prefer first 5 games, just like all the pixel art games, basically, excluding X and Y, even though that was on the 3DS. I know they're probably not going to want to do that because they're still 3D, technically. But I want to see an HD pixel art, like 2.5D remake of all the first 3 games, probably is most likely. Like, imagine if you could play every single Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. That would be freaking sweet, bro. Specifically, I'm thinking like the Octopath Traveler type style. Like, I definitely don't want like the Diamond and Pearl remakes type style. That the fingers, bro. If they did release these types of games, depending on how many they packed in, it would definitely probably be like either a $60 or $70 game. If they did all 5, I would definitely say it's probably an $80 game because, bro, it's like you have no idea how many hours that is. It's probably more likely that it will be sold as like separate remasters, kind of like the Final Fantasy one. I think that's what they're doing. But I think it would be really cool if they just bundled all of them together as like an $80 game, because that would be worth $80. I'll be honest. Like the Mario Kart, that's a bit iffy. They sold these games for like $60, but they're like, it's all 3, like the Mario All-Stars type thing. God, I swear to God, if they did a limited time, don't even think about that, Nintendo. Another game we're like 99% sure we're gonna get on the Switch 2 is Splatoon 4. Duh, like it's obvious we're gonna get Splatoon 4, or at least like a deluxe version of Splatoon 3. Because as one of the 5 people that did actually buy the Wii U when it was still being made, I'm legally obligated to actually shove Splatoon down your throat for the rest of your life. Bro, Splatoon is like the best shooter game on the market right now. Honestly, that was what probably most people bought the Wii U for, than Smash Brothers. Nobody cares about like half the games that came out on the Wii U. Plus, Splatoon is the best freaking like new game they've released in the last like 20 years. Fight me. Also, imagine like 120 hertz Splatoon. That would be freaking sweet, bro. Can't wait for like esports competitive, like Valorant people to start playing it, because they can finally play it like a reasonable refresh rate for like a first-person shooter. Not first-person, third-person shooter. Now with voice chat, Ninja can do what he usually does with like underage children. So the next game I wanted to talk about is a game that nobody cares about, and I'm the only person who cares about it because it's a gimmick game, completely a gimmick game. But you remember that like that paraplegic like basketball? So you know how they have like gyro, like kind of like mouse movement thing? So hear me out. Imagine if we use that like kind of like rotating shooting basketball technology to make like drums, like gyro drums. I know you probably just clicked off the video, but it's like, it sounds cool. Like, imagine if we had like a Guitar Hero game, but it was just drums, and it was like, you didn't even need to buy like a second controller. It'd be so sick, and I would never play it, but it would be cool as a concept. The next one is never gonna happen, not in a million years. Like, I'll die before that happens. But imagine if we had like Linux or like any operating system on the Nintendo Switch, like we could like browse with the mouse, just use like daily tasks. That would be cool. Nobody would care about it. Nobody would use it except like some ordinary gamers who would be the only person who ever used it, because I don't know. Okay, this one, like everybody's already said this because the mouse and everything. But Mario Paint, why don't we, like, they should have just announced that already. But please, it would be so cool if we had like a Mario Paint for it. Also, like, release a stylus for it. It would be cool. Like, we could do, like, art stuff. Like, PictoChat again. I never got to experience that, but I think it would be awesome, bro. Like, you know those PictoChat things people see on, like, TikTok? So imagine if we had, like, a TikTokified PictoChat for the Nintendo Switch. That would be so cool. Another game I'd like to see for like the voice chat reason is Call of Duty. Like, imagine if we had like 2010 Call of Duty lobbies. I didn't experience that either, I'll be honest. But like, imagine if we had like the completely uncensored, everybody's like saying like the most heinous stuff you've ever heard in your life on a Nintendo console. That's just like, bro. Also, why don't we have like a music app on here? I think we have Spotify, but like I don't think you can play it at the same time as like other games. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I'm stupid if that's the case. But like, imagine if we had like even like a Nintendo music app. Like, we can just play like songs while we're playing game. Like, I know there's like soundtracks to other games, but if I'm playing like Splatoon and I want to listen to like Disturbed, and even if we just had like Nintendo songs, imagine like they would make so much money from the Nintendo Switch Online subscriptions. Like, I know they already have it on the app, but why is I don't think it's on Switch either, right? It's not on the Switch. The big one everybody's like probably wondering, which I'm 90% sure this is gonna happen because it's like on par with a PS4 Pro, like in between a PS4 Pro and a PS5. They could probably sneak GTA 6 onto that. I know it's not gonna look as good as like a PS5 or like whatever. It just makes sense, right? It just makes sense that we're gonna have a GTA 6 on there. Why not? Why wouldn't we? It's just such a no-brainer for both Rockstar and Nintendo. Why not? It's gonna be the best-selling game of all time. Here's another game that nobody asked for, but it would be kind of cool, and I would not play it ever because I don't want to get that camera accessory. But imagine we had like the Space Heads game that we had on 3DS. Like we can just like point the camera around at like random people. I know we can't bring the camera everywhere, but imagine that. Like if we just had like, we could like put everybody's faces. Like I put my grandma's face and she would like scream at me and like want to like kill me. Okay, I'm out of ideas right now and I just want to get this video out. So I don't know. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you didn't, go away.